Hi, this is my choreography technique video on groups 10, 50, and 100. If I had a group of 10 people, I would divide them up into 5 groups of 2. And the exercise I chose to do with this group was the exercise of copy. And basically, I would have 2 people in 5 groups. So what I would basically do is have one person be the leader and the other person will be the follower. And so the person that's going to lead will basically hold their arms up, straight up, above their head, and the other person will copy that. Then I will have the leader bring their arms out to the side, and then the second person, the follower, will follow that. Then I will have the leader bring their arms out at shoulder width apart, and then the other person will follow that. And then I will have the leader bring his arms at straight out in front of the body with their palms down, and the person will follow that. The second person will follow that. And this would occur at every 4 counts. The leader would change positions of their arms, and the other person will basically follow. And that would be the exercise of copy for the group of 10. Now if I have a group of 50, I will divide this up into 5 groups of 10. Each person will be given a number between 1 and 5. So each group will have 1 and 5 and 5 and 10, I meant to say. So each group will have one row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the second row will be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So each group will have a front row and a back row. Okay? A front row and a back row. Now, and the exercise that I'm choosing to do with this group is opposition and contrast. And basically what will happen is the front line 1 through 5 will have bent knees and curved round backs with their heads down and their arms out to the side. And the back row will basically have straight knees. They'll hold their head up and their arms straight up towards the ceiling. At every 4 count, the line will reverse their poses in opposition. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, switch. 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 So basically, the opposition would be with them having the one group having their arms down, the other arms bringing their arms up, or they can also bring their arms to the left, and the back row can bring their arms to the right. That will also be opposition. And contrast will be the soft. The first group is going to be soft and rounded, curved shapes, and the back row will be strong, straight, angular shapes. So they will be in contrast in that sense. Okay, so that explains what I would do for group 50. Now, for a group of 100, what I would do for this group is basically I would divide a group of 100 people, and there will be 10 groups of 10 people. Okay, I divide this up into 10 groups of 10 people, and basically how I would number this like I did the previous group. You have your front row and your back row, and your first row will be numbered off 1 through 5, and your back row will be numbered off 5 through 10. And the exercise that I'm doing with this group is called complementary. And basically what happens in complementary, there's very little changes made in the group poses or shapes. Very little changes. Mainly it's just levels, but it's primarily the same type of shape, but there may be changes in the levels or maybe even the direction in which they're doing the pose. Okay, so what I will have the front row do, the front row 1 through 5, they will first sit on the floor as part of their exercise. And then the back row, 5 through 10, they will do a low lunge. And in both these positions, their head is bent low and their chin is tucked and they're in a prayer position. Then Then the second part of this exercise, the front row 1 through 5 will be in a kneeling position. The back row 5 through 10 will be in a high lunge position. And in this position, the right side, they'll do like a right side angular pose and a left side angular pose. So while they're in this kneeling position, front row 1 through 5 will be in a right side angular pose, and the back row, while they're in a high lunge position, will be in a left side angular pose. And that would be that exercise. And then the third exercise would be the front row 1 through 5 will be in a high lunge position, while the back row 5 through 10 is in a standing position. And basically, the position they're in is a praise position, and it's an angular V shape at the shoulders. So they're both at an angular V shape at the shoulders, a praise position, but the front row is in a high lunge, while the back row is in a complete standing position. And basically, these positions would change at every 4 counts. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, switch, 2, 3, 4, switch, 2, 3, 4, switch, 2, 3, 4, switch. So every 4 counts, the group would change their position. Okay, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it.